Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the Stoveside Chats. We're here a day late. Had some technical difficulties yesterday. I don't know, for whatever reason, Instagram wouldn't let me go live. So we're live today, better late than ever, I guess. And it's funny, when I called at around 10 after 2 yesterday, I couldn't get it figured out. So I called Chef Wheeler and was like, man, sorry about that. But when he picked up the phone, he said, I'm so sorry. I got hung up with one of my purveyors. So neither one of us were quite prepared for that yesterday, but we're both here now. And I've got Chef Daniel coming up here in a second, I believe. Is he? Let's see. Let me find him really quick. Sorry, guys. Oh man, it's saying Chef Daniel is unable to join. No, more difficulties. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Chef, I see you. I see you up there on the screen. I'm pressing go live with Chef Daniel Wheeler. Go live with Chef. Waiting for Chef Daniel Wheeler. All right.
Hey Chad, how we doing?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Doing great.
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
No? Where we at?
Let's
Let's see. It shows I'm up here. Where are we? Nope. What about now?
No, I can't see you, but I can hear you. That's okay. Maybe your video will come up here in a second, but we can go and get started if that's cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. So let's start out. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us how a California boy ended up in North Carolina and how you got started cooking.
So, born in California many years ago, 35 years ago now. My uncle ended up becoming a truck driver, and he met a woman in North Carolina, and they ended up getting married and setting up camp. So my mom and I thought that we would follow suit and move out here. He married into a large family. We would have probably 100 people at family gatherings, and it was always focused around the kitchen. So food was always prevalent in my youth and upbringing. And so it's only fitting that, feeding people is now what I do.
Yeah. Hey, Chef, can I ask you a favor?
Sure.
Can you get a little bit closer to your microphone or maybe turn your volume up a little bit?
Absolutely. How about now?
That's perfect. Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
Okay, well, so now you're the executive chef at the brand new Hilton Canopy in Charlotte, and the restaurant there is fine and incredible. Tell us about the name and tell us about the concept.
So Canopy is a property that Hilton is extremely proud of because no two are alike. It's kind of their boutique style hotel, and each one is completely different, and they thrive on local ingredients in the area that they're built. The architecture is designed specific to the area that it's built in, so they do a lot of research and they spend a lot of years in the community before they decide to build. So that's a big reason why I was attracted to this project. Fine and fettle is more of an English terminology. It means all is fine and well. So good health, good working order. That is the background of fettle, and we take that term to heart, and we try to make sure that everybody's having a great time. And our concept is going to be bringing the community together to break bread.
That's great. I keep up with you on Facebook, and you always have a great post. You posted a dish the other day that had a bacon fat tuile on there, which caught my attention. So tell us about that and kind of lead into your style of cooking and what, how you'll be showcasing local ingredients there.
So I actually did and I won't say what competition that's for it yet, but I had to do a kind of like a video challenge in my home kitchen within 30 minutes and record it and submit it to a cooking competition. And that dish was just what I came up with off the fly. And I thought that a tuile with bacon fat would be a great component. And so I had some bacon fat left over, and essentially I made a basic tuile recipe. And instead of using the oil, I substituted hot bacon fat, threw it in a nonstick, let it crisp up, and yeah, it tasted like a little baking cake.
Yum. So you came up with that dish in 30 minutes?
Yeah, just on the fly, based all of just what I'm familiar with and what I knew that I had in the house.
It looks like a dish that has gone through rounds of recipe testing and styled, and it's a beautiful dish.
Thank you.
So what other kind of offerings are you guys going to have there at Fine and Fettle?
So we'll have some local guinea hen from Six Stone Creek Farms out of South Carolina. We're going to have quite a few vegetarian dishes. I enjoy vegetable cookery. I'm not a vegetarian, but I eat vegetarian mostly, especially around this time of year, just because North Carolina has such great produce. But we'll also have things that are also local seafood. I just got some snapper in today. We'll also have some beef from Honey Hog Farms out of Falston, North Carolina. So we'll be utilizing them for our little sliders, and as well as a steak option on the menu. Very cool.
Going back to your Facebook post, you had a cool post the other day where you were at a local pottery and got to make some plates. I'm assuming that those will be used in Fine and Fettle.
Not to start. I've been working with Christian Hunter, who is the potter for a while now, trying to conceptualize what pottery will be. Long term at Fine and Fettle, we hope to implement a chef's table, and that's the pottery that we're going to use for the chef's table.
Wow, it's beautiful, beautiful stuff. Let's talk a little bit about the pandemic and all that's going on surrounding that. Now you're going to have a bigger space to work out of, and I know that you do a lot of whole animal butchery. Is that going to be an ongoing theme, considering the hangout that we're having with processing plants, both on the large level and small level?
Yeah, I think now more than ever, buying halves and whole animals is more prevalent, just because they're so few and far between. So when you can get one, you're able to utilize the whole animal, and you're able to kind of have enough product at your fingertips to utilize in the restaurant.
Yeah. Talk about some of because I mean, you guys are in the middle of opening, and then COVID-19 is upon. How did you guys kind of switch gears? I mean, how has that changed in the opening and planning stages? How has that changed your approach to things?
It's definitely been a concern, especially when it comes to increasing sanitation, and as far as being the new kid on the block, and not really being sure as to how the public is going to receive us, and whether or not they're going to want to try to risk coming to a new place during a pandemic. And so we've kind of shifted into a little bit more strenuous sanitation practices that we've implemented since we've had access to the building, just so that they become like second nature when we're open for business. Other than that, I'm just hoping that the Southpark community and Charlotte as a whole sees us and is interested, and chooses to give us a shot on our opening.
Yeah. When's the opening slated for?
Next Wednesday. We got 6 days.
Wow. Hang on. Right around the corner there.
Yeah, it is.
Talk to us about challenges you've had with staffing. I mean, obviously, wanting to go full bore when you open, but you can only go 50%. What kind of challenges has that posed for you?
You know, I think it's the same, some of the same challenges that we had in the Charlotte market before COVID. There's a lot of saturation for restaurants, and I'm, super happy to see a bunch of dope establishments open and running. But our cooks are limited, so it's definitely a struggle. You got to do a whole lot more with a whole lot less, and I know people now that are currently out of work and they're making more on unemployment than they were making working on a line somewhere as a cook. So they're not really in a hurry to get back to work right now until that starts to get closer to running out. So it's been a challenge, and we've had to change up some of our operational hours upon opening, and we're looking promising, but at this point we're just looking for green people and training them our way, and hopefully it's something that sticks with them and they can grow and move on to bigger and better opportunities with us.
Right on. How big is the dining room there, Fine though?
So we have 38 seats interior and 26 exterior. So we're looking at 64 total seats.
Okay. And how many rooms in the hotel?
150.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to you guys getting open. I'm going to come check you out next time I'm in Charlotte. Chef Daniel, I appreciate you being here. I know you're super busy. Sorry we had some more technical difficulties today, but glad we got to hear your voice and got to hear about what you have going on there in Charlotte. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you, Chad. It's been a pleasure.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.